You and your students can collaborate on documents right within the Conversations tab inside a specific channel of your team. To attach a file to a comment post, simply click on the paperclip icon here underneath the new message text field. Notice when I click on the paperclip, I have a few options from where to attach a file. I can browse recent files, browse other teams and channels that I belong to, insert a file from Onedrive, or even upload a file from my computer. Let's take a closer look at some of the options that I have. So first, as I mentioned, I can browse recent files. This will keep track of all the recent documents that you've worked on in your Onedrive. If I see a file from my recent list that I wish to add to the comment post, I simply click on the file and select Upload a Copy. Let's cancel this and go back to the paperclip. As I mentioned, we can also browse teams and channels that you belong to. So for instance, I'm currently inside the general channel of my Social Studies 8D team. I can click the up arrow or back arrow once to go back and see all of the channels in my Social Studies 8D team. Maybe I want to attach a file from a different channel. Or I can click this back arrow again, and now I can see all of the teams that I belong to. And I could always select a file from a different team. So for example, maybe I'll go to my staff room team, general channel, and maybe I want to grab this particular file here. Again, I would select the file and click Upload a Copy to add the file to my conversation post. Let's cancel this and quickly go back to the paperclip one more time. Again, I mentioned that you can also grab a file directly from your Onedrive. So I click on Onedrive and I can search my Onedrive for a particular file that I wish to add. And once I've found the file, again, I simply click on it and select Upload a Copy. This time I'm going to go ahead and upload a copy, and I'll show you what that looks like in a post. So it's currently uploading, and now I can go ahead and add an additional comment to this post before I actually post it to the conversation stream. Maybe I want to direct this post to an individual, so again I could use an @mention. And once I'm ready to post again, I simply click on the paper airplane icon, or I press enter on my keyboard. Something to make note of is that if you have, let's just go back to that paperclip icon. We see our options here. These are the standard options in Microsoft Teams. But if you have connected an additional cloud storage account, such as your Google Drive, to Microsoft Teams, you will also be able to browse your Google Drive for files to attach. Now, you won't be able to upload a copy of a Google Doc or a slides presentation in Teams, but you will be able to provide a link to these documents in your post. All right, let's go back to the conversation stream. So I've posted this comment with the attached file. Now, my students are going to have a few different ways in which they can collaborate on and discuss the document. So one way is simply by clicking reply, and they can post a response to the particular document. But students can also click on the document in the post and open it right within Teams. Notice that I have a few options here. Students can even select the Edit button, and this will open within Word Online, right within Teams. So I haven't left Teams at all. And now students can simultaneously make edits to the document. Now, while we edit the document collaboratively, we can also click on this little chat icon here to show conversation. Now, all of the students who are inside this document are able to participate in a side chat while they make their edits, simply by adding a comment here in the text message field at the very bottom of the screen. So let's go ahead and add a comment. Now let's close this document and return to the Conversations tab in our general channel of our Social Studies 8D team. Notice that the conversations that were happening in that side chat now appear in the original post underneath the attached file. Meanwhile, this file, including the recent edits, gets saved or stored in the Files tab of this channel. Now, we'll take a closer look at the Files tab in upcoming videos.